In today's YouTube video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to play Omen, everything from his abilities to his playstyle, how to pick up kills with him and perform in your team. So if it does help you out, be sure to drop a like on the video and subscribe for more tips and tricks videos like this. And remember, I do stream on Twitch, link down below in the description if you want to come over. So first off, we're going to be starting off with Omen's playstyle, and he is a controller. Now, what does this mean? Well, he controls the entire game like the Omen main he is. Omen mains are the ones who make their team seamlessly get onto site as quickly as possible, and as easily as possible. They block off any rotates for the enemy, they blind any enemies that are on the site, they help the duelists out by making their lives easier, and Omen does a fantastic job at that. Omen's abilities are very important. I would definitely say he was one of the more aggressive controllers out there in comparison to someone like Brimstone, who's a little more passive. An example of what a controller should be doing is blocking off the different rotates with their smokes, allowing their team to get onto site as easy as possible. For example, Omen can blind enemies onto the site, and he can also teleport onto the site himself too. So you can already begin to see how Omen is making your team's lives a lot easier just by this. One big tip for him is obviously he's a little more aggressive, so you can feel free to play with that too. Not only can he help the team out with his abilities, but he can also be a fantastic lurker. He can really lurk in the shadows, pretty much is his playstyle, and he does it a fantastic job because of his abilities. He has the smoke for it, and he has the teleport too. For me, your best options are lurking around mid, simply causing chaos for the enemy team, or pushing in with the team and assisting them on their duties too. I've already explained why he can help the team out so much, but the reason why he can lurk so well is because of the ability tied in his smoke. He can teleport away from danger or into common places where he can pretty much get a good advantage on the enemy very early off the bat. Now we are going to be diving into Omen's abilities and what he does have. First off, he has his Shrouded Step ability. This allows him to TP/teleport into a random location that is very close to him. Not random, by the way, he can actually select where he wants to go in a very small radius, and he can also teleport onto objects that are higher up than the regular position. And vice versa, he can teleport down on from higher ground to lower ground. My best advice for this one is using it to get yourself out of sticky situations. When you happen to be in an enemy's crossfire, you can teleport to the other side, which is pretty much primary range for your teleport location. You'll be able to get away without getting shot at all. Or you can simply use it to get on a sneaky high up location, which you can gain an advantage upon from the enemy, whether it's simply for being a stealthy Omen player or simply just getting an advantage. You can also use it to get yourself out of danger. If you're on a site and you want to get back to somewhere near, for example, C-Long on Haven, you can very easily do this with your TP ability, a little bit quicker than you would by walking. It also confuses the enemy quite a bit because it's not always clear on where the Omen has TP to. It depends on what angle you view it from as a defender or attacker, and it really does allow you to get a little bit of an advantage over the opponent naturally. Therefore, I'd highly recommend to make use of this ability when you are in danger or you're simply looking to gain an advantage over the opponent. And it can also come in absolute clutch in 1v1 situations, as it makes it very hard for the opponent to know where you've gone to, and you can also gain an advantage by getting out quicker into a new location and getting a different position onto the enemy. Next up, we have Paranoia. What this will do is it'll actually get a blinding orb, and you'll be able to fire it through a wall or any sort of object. It essentially just goes forward in the direction that you want to choose. It has quite a big direction/range that it can go through as well. It will blind the enemy for a few seconds, making their vision very reduced. It will also deafen the enemy too, which is just fantastic, and it can be very useful for pushing onto site or clearing out an enemy. With this, I would highly recommend using it to clear out an enemy where you know their location is, whatever's happened in that round beforehand or whatever playstyle you're using. If you know where an enemy is and you're struggling to clear them out because they're behind a wall or in a good position, blind them with the location and intel from the teammates, then move in together and take them out once they've been blinded. Very easy to do a quick move like that. You really want to be focusing on when you know an enemy's there. However, you can use it to pre-fire an angle, potentially a very common holding point on a certain map, because some maps have these holding points that are just guaranteed to have an enemy there. Make sure you're right with it though, get the kill from it. You can often blind multiple enemies with it. I'm sure you've seen clips where people have gone ahead and used it on a spawn point where an enemy is guaranteed to be. Go ahead and blind them, a teammate goes around the corner, peeks it and gets an ace just off the bat like that. That's an example of how you can use it. Obviously, it's a very extreme situation, but take that with a pinch of salt just to see how you can use it in other situations. You might pick up 1 or 2 kills. Next up, we have his smokes, which essentially are going to go around the map. He's very versatile with them. and can actually put them through a number of different positions simply just by throwing them through walls as well, which is quite impressive. They will last for 15 seconds when they are down, and they are very, very impactful on the game. You can essentially see an entire realm of the actual map itself, what it looks like, and where you're going to be placing down the smoke. So it gives you a very good idea of what it's going to look like when it goes down, and what it will be blocking or covering. Since he can be so versatile with these, compared to Brimstone often likes to put his smokes down very early from the beginning and save one or two. With Omen, you can often just save them from the get-go. If an enemy ends up pushing B very quickly, you can quickly hop on it and place it down. Very, very versatility. It's extremely effective at blocking lines of sight off and denying a push completely, because nobody wants to push through a smoke unknowingly. So I'd highly recommend getting some communication down with your team, and then simply if they are pushing B, teammate can call it out, you can go ahead and put the smoke down to block off the entry and wait for the next one. Not only can you do that, but you can place down smokes for your teammates to hide in and lurk in. The beauty of hiding in the smoke is the enemy has no clue where you are, and most of the time people don't even check them, especially in lower elo. Therefore, you can often get a kill by it very easily, and it makes it hard for an enemy to push into it. If they do, you're there to take the kill out, and you're also in complete cover too. There's 3 absolute bonuses right there you get from just hiding in a smoke. Teammates can hide in it, you can hide in it, and it often works best yourself when you're going to be placing it down on an entry point. For example, a set of double doors, because if you place it down in a random location, you're probably going to get shot, because why would you place a smoke there? It's not really blocking off anything. There's probably someone lurking in it. And it is so easy to pick up a kill and get out without anyone detecting you or being able to refrag you, because they can't see you. And often the enemy's aim is awful too. Then he has his ultimate ability, which allows him to teleport absolutely anywhere on the entire map. You're going to need 7 ultimate orbs to unlock it, and it is so good when you get it. It does allow you to simply teleport anywhere on the map, and when you do teleport down, you'll be able to have a 3-second period where you can look around for any enemies or simply teleport back, or you can decide to confirm the teleport and you will teleport on that location. It's very good for a number of reasons. You can gain free intel with it if someone's planting on a site or they've rotated. You can go and check it and then come back safety free. You'll use your ultimate up. Or you can simply teleport in a random location like the enemy spawn, delay their push, annoy them, maybe pick up some kills, and really do some damage. It's very bad for the enemy, as they have to clear it often where the Omen is actually going to be playing, or they simply have to know that there is an Omen somewhere behind them, front of them, to the right, upside down. They have no clue where you are, and it really does put a big impact on their mind and what they're going to be thinking and where they're going to be pushing for the next of the round, because they're not sure where you are. Or you can simply use it to get to a better position. It is really just as simple as that, or as deep as the other concepts that do go. Anyways, thank you for watching. Be sure to drop a like on the video if it did help you out. That's everything you need to know about Omen. I do stream on Twitch. There is a link down below in the description. And click on the video on your screen right now, because it's going to be showing you how to play Brimstone in 2021.